What's going on, Card Pack? It's Saturday. How you feeling? Welcome to the show. Today we're going to be looking at the top 10 baseball cards that went up the most over the last week. We are in the full swing of baseball season, and it is marvelous. Darling, you look marvelous. Billy Crystal, Saturday Night Live, you know what I'm talking about. A few announcements before we get into it. First of all, if you want to get the audios from these videos, check out the podcast. It is link in description. Because sometimes you can't be watching the video. Maybe you're driving a car, but you want to hear the audio. I do my best to talk these things so that you can visualize them without seeing them. But of course, it is always better to see them. Nonetheless, I digress. Next, as we go through these cards, we'll do buy, sell, hold. The buys I usually send out to the Card Pack newsletter before I publish the videos. Here it is. It's free. Go ahead and check it out. And by the way, if you want to get my top sports card pick of the day, if you want to get an exclusive video that you get to see that almost no one else gets to see, only members get to see, 5-minute video, I show the cards, show all the data and research as to why I'm buying the card and what I plan on doing with them. Am I selling it in a month? Am I selling it in 3 months? Am I holding it long term? What am I doing? And if you want to join one of the best discords in all the land of sports card investing, join the Sports Card Society. It's only $12.99 a month or $129 a year. Again, I give you a video. You get a video almost every day showing a new sports card that I've found that I've dug deep in the data, and I'm like, this is a good buy, this is going to go up, this is a good investment. And I show the data and research as to why and what I plan on doing with it. Some previous examples, here's a couple of them. This Kyler Murray here, we're getting it for under $200 in February. Here it is going for about $325, $350 in April. That's a pretty good return. This Baker here, we're getting it for under $300 in March. Here he is going for $500 in April. Pretty good return. I mean, if all you do is buy this Baker, you know, that's a $200 profit. That more than pays for your entire year's membership of the Sports Card Society. And heck, say you get this Kyler and this Baker, you know, you make those gains, well, you've probably about tripled your money, you know, for a whole year's subscription, not to mention all the other cards you're going to get all year, all the other investment recommendations, stuff like that. And the Discord group, I can't say enough good things about that because the people in it pay to be there. They're active, they're engaged, they're helping each other. It's a fantastic community. Check it out, sportscardsociety.com, link in description. Diving into the content, here we are in the Market Movers tool as usual. We went to price movements by card, baseball, grade PSA 10. We look at the PSA 10 because the entire market starts at the PSA 10. The price of everything is based off the PSA 10. Oh, I really want to get to 5,000 subscribers. Be a dear and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Hit that notification bell while you're at it. And because you're awesome and you appreciate this stuff, hit that like button. Let's dive in. Yordan Alvarez is our number one numero uno on the list this week. Specifically his 2020 tops. Pop count of 7789. If you don't know what pop count means, that means a particular card in a particular grade. That's how many of them currently exist. So this card in this grade, there's currently 7,789 of them in existence. This card has gone up 45% on the week with 34 sales of it. Let's chart it okay. Let's see here. Let's see what's been going on with Mr. Yordan. He's had a pretty good week of that thing called baseball, I believe. All right. Pretty young player, obviously. Well, very young. I actually thought he was in the class before. $51 to start the week. End of the week at 57. So it's not really that 45% gain. Looks like it was taking it off of the 38 here, the lowest sale of the week, and going up. So technically it did raise like that. But let's pull this sucker back 90 days and see what we've done. And this Market Movers tool, by the way, that you see me using, this is the most important thing I use in sports card investing. This is where basically all my decisions are made. This is where it shows me all the data. This is essential to being successful at sports card investing. So link for this in the description. This tool, use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month of your first year. Yes, you hear me talk about this tool every video. I'm also in this tool every video. It's not a joke. You need to have this video or else you're just making mistake after mistake and you're just cheating yourself straight up. I have the pro version of this and I pay for the year subscription. I make way more money because of this tool than what I pay for it. So this card over the course of 90 days has really been pretty flat. Actually, it's went down since the season started, and it kind of ticked up there some. This is a card. I'm not buying this one. It's on its way up. Down here, if I could have bought it down here for $34, yeah, I'd buy that because that's clearly a dip. Because when I look at the data, it looks like the baseline is around about 55, say $55. The support, if you will. Now, when you do this, you got to know support and resistance, okay? Support is basically like the floor that it stands on, A floor is a support, right? Because the floor holds you where you are. And how that happens is the sellers, the owners of the card, they won't sell below a certain price. And that's just the way it is. And so it just stays there because they're like, no, if no one's going to buy it at this price, then I'm not selling it. This is the minimum I'm selling it at. That is it. And it just holds. And resistance is when a card really goes up, and finally there's a point where enough buyers say, I'm not paying more than this for this card. That is too much. You know what I'm saying? That's support and resistance. It's important to know that, and you can see it on these charts. So this was the support. Looks like it took a dip. Looks like it came back up to about the support because here it is at $57, right? It went down briefly, and then it popped back up to the support. That's what will happen. Sometimes it'll go above the resistance. Sometimes it'll go below the support, and usually it'll pop right back to the mean fairly quickly. So that's why buying low and selling high, it's a short window. Sometimes it's a short window. When a player is active in season, it's typically a short window, unless, of course, they hurt themselves. Next on the list, so I'm not buying that one right now. Keston, I cannot say his last name, Hiura, his 2019 Topps Chrome update, pop count of 1434, 7 sales on the week, up almost 29%. Let's chart this sucker. Let me get some coffee. Yeah, buddy. I'm going to be publishing a video soon of a mail day that I'm having. I have a couple good cards that came in. One really good. One I'm really happy to have. Kind of a bigger one. I shouldn't say big because it's not, because it's still just a base card. But anyways, I'm not going to say more. I don't want to spoil it. This card started the week at 26, ended the week at 32. Good card. Let's pull it back 90 days and see what we're working with, because somehow this card's way below its support. Maybe it's a buy. To me, I would say its support is probably around $35 looking at this thing. And right now, there it was. It dipped down to 20. You see here it was at about 35. And then it dips down for a little while, all the way down to 21 somehow. And then, of course, here we go. Dips right back up to the support, $32. That's the way it works. That's why you need these charts. I'm not buying that one. Again, it's back at around the support, and I don't see it necessarily taking off. It could, but I just, Shohei Ohtani, number 3 on the list. This is a guy that I recommended to the Sports Card Society pretty heavy a couple months ago because I didn't understand why. I'm like, why are people not buying Shohei Ohtani? He's such a unique talent. He's such a great player. But he's just been hurt, and my people are sleeping on him. I told the society, I'm listening, go buy Shohei because he was ridiculously cheap, and we've made a lot of money off Shohei Ohtani. So this is 2018 Topps pitching. So this is the one where he's pitching. Pop count of 2285, 18 sales on the week, up 27.5%. Let's chart this. I love these Shohei Ohtani cards. I don't know if right now is the right time to buy, but Shohei's pretty much just been going up all season because I told you, people are sleeping so hard on him. Did I know he was going to come out and battle for the home run lead? No, I didn't know that, but I knew he's a great player and he was going to way outperform where people had him at. So this card, again, recommended to society back in January actually, I even think. This card was $31.50 in early February. And the latest sale, $148. Pretty good return. This card's done pretty much nothing but go up. I mean, here's where the season basically started. Then it went sideways. Actually, here's where the season started. Right before the season started, it went sideways. And then it went up because he's amazing. And then it's kind of been riding sideways from here now. It looks like, I would say this card's real value is probably somewhere around $130. That's probably where its support is at, maybe $125. And the latest sale was $130. Let's pull it up because pop count's not crazy. $22.85, not bad. It's pretty flagship-ish. That's a real word. Flagship-ish card product. Let's go on eBay here. We're sorting by lowest. Buy it now. $140. What did I say the support was? The support's probably about $125. I'd probably like to get it for under that. And the lowest buy it now I see is $140. So I'm not buying it. Could it keep going up? It could, but you can see it's been riding sideways, even though he's been battling for the home run title. And I think his batting average is pretty good too, and he's been pitching pretty good too. He's just, there was this movie with Brendan Fraser. I can't remember what it was called, but he was this Shohei Ohtani type player where he could pitch like 100 plus miles an hour and he could just hit home runs. I don't remember what the name of the movie was, but like Shohei Ohtani is that guy. It's crazy because I've never seen a guy like that. Babe Ruth, but it doesn't mean I ever saw him. Anyways, I wouldn't buy that right now either. Next on the list, Joey Bart, 2019 Bowman Chrome. Unless, of course, you just want to hold it long term. Like you just believe in Shohei. If it's just a straight up investment, like non-emotional, I wouldn't buy it. But if I bought Shohei because I like the player and I believe in him, and it'd just be the type of thing where I don't have any kind of window where I'm looking to sell it, I'll just wait till the moment's right, whenever that is. Might be years from now because I just like having the card. You know what I mean? Buy it if that's the case. But straight investment right now, the data shows me probability-wise not the right time. Next on the list, Joey Bart. He'd be number 4. His 2019 Bowman Chrome. Pop count of 1268, 7 sales on the week, up 26.6%. Let's chart it. Baby. I just love sports cards. I just really, really, really do. Do you know what I mean? I just really do. Like, I was up till 3 a.m. last night just on my phone looking on eBay at different cards, and I bought, I made offers on things, and I bought some stuff. I do that all the time because it's like my partner, she likes to go shopping. Like, that's how everyone likes to spend their money in a certain way. I'm the type of person that likes to spend my money on things that make me money. Like, that's what I do. Like, it's hard to get. The only clothes and stuff I buy, like, they have to be super on sale because I just don't care. I'm like, yeah, my stuff, I'm good. I got good pairs of jeans. I got good shirts. I got this. I'm like, I don't care. I don't want any of that stuff because when I buy clothes or shoes or a car or anything like that, like, I know I'm putting my money in something that immediately goes down in value when I buy it. So I'm like burning money, right? And like, that's not how I've always been. This is a moment. Stick with me here because this is the mentality that I try to teach the society that's worked well for me and that just makes sense. Anyways, you think what you want, but it's like when you, as a sports card investor, like we like to throw that term around, and really a lot of people aren't doing investing. They're just trying to make quick money. That's not investing. That's gambling. That's gambling, and you put yourself in high-risk situations, okay? So let me go back to this. What I like to do is my money, I put a large portion of my money, not, take away 10%. No, man, I'm talking over half my income. I invest, and much of it in sports cards. Frankly, right now, sports cards is the peak of it, is the most of it, which it has been for quite a while. And because I know these markets, and they're predictable. To a degree. I mean, sure, someone can get hurt, stuff like that, but that's why I only invest in good players. There's another tip for you. But I have money in crypto, too. Like DeFi, stuff like that. If you don't know what any of that is, I'm not going to go into that explanation on this video here. But those right now are very, very, in my opinion, I've been getting excellent returns on those. So I diversified in that way into 2 things. So I don't buy cars. Actually, we had 2 cars. I got rid of one about a month or 2 ago. Because I'm like, I don't want to pay for this thing anymore. I'm going to get rid of it. I don't want to pay for the gas. I want to pay for the oil changes. I don't want to pay for the maintenance. I just don't care. I want to get that money back, and I want to invest it. Because that's how you get rich. That's how you get wealthy, is you take your money and your top priority is to invest it. Not to buy cool stuff and look rich, but to actually put your money into things that make you rich. You got to stop caring about what other people think. Because when you care about what other people think, you do dumb stuff. Like when I was a teenager and in my 20s and stuff, it was, I want to look cool. And I wouldn't even say I'm far on the spectrum of that. There are people that are way out there on that, spending, making $500 a week, spending $300 of it on this fancy Gucci belt. And I'm like, that's nuts, right? But there's a lot of people that do that because we live in this highly consumeristic society, which is focused on buying things that the second we buy them, they immediately go down in value, and they keep going down in value, like clothes, like cars, like bags, like shoes, like all this stuff, jewelry. Well, jewelry is made of gold. No, you overpay for jewelry. You don't pay for the base cost of the gold in it. or the gem in it. And that's not necessarily the most liquid stuff. Gold can be more liquid, sure, I guess, but there's still fees on top of that. Like, to me, investing and wealth building is about having a top priority on putting as much money as possible into things that make money on your money. Does that make sense? As a matter of fact, there's certain people I follow that teach this stuff, and one guy, his name's Dr. John DeMartini. He's been teaching for 40 plus years, and one of his biggest focuses is figuring out. One of the first things he does is in a room he'll say, "All right, how many people in here want to be financially independent?" Every single hand will go up. Of course it will. But then he'll go, "All right, now how many of you are financially independent?" Which means your assets pay for equal or more than your living expenses. And almost every hand goes down. And what he's found over all these years, decades, is that the people that are the wealthiest, like billionaires and everything like that, I mean, these are people he works with that hire him and stuff like that. He says the number one trait he sees in them is their value. And their top value is investing money to make more money. And doesn't that just make sense? Like, if your top priority is having the coolest shoes and cars and stuff, you're going to do everything you can to put as much money as possible into that stuff. But if your top priority is wealth building, like buying stocks, like buying real estate, buying sports cards, investing it to make more money, if that's literally your top priority, you build wealth. Because your top priority, your top value is wealth building. Does that make sense? I know I'm going on about this, but I can't teach you something more valuable than that. If you're struggling to take 10% of your money to put towards sports cards or towards whatever investments you do that make you more money, but yet you spend hundreds of dollars a month on Starbucks, you're lying to yourself. I don't go to Starbucks. Listen, I have plenty of money. I have such a value that I've built over time on investing as much money as possible to make more money that I don't buy things because I just don't want to. I don't get satisfaction from it. It makes me feel gross at this point. It's just the way it is. Now, 10 years ago, that wouldn't have been the case. But now, I'm up late on eBay, I'm shopping. I still get to spend my money and shop and get that satisfaction you get from shopping and buying things and getting things and finding treasures and stuff like that. But I do it in a way that I've shifted, that I put my money towards buying assets. Does that make sense? Assets instead of liabilities. A shirt, a belt, pants, shoes, handbags, cars. These are all liabilities. These are depreciating assets. I don't even want to use the word assets. They're depreciables. Real estate, stocks, the right sports cards, the right stocks, the right real estate, the right crypto, whatever it is. It could be cars, but they would be like collectible cars, art, stuff like that. You can buy those things, and those are appreciable assets. I hope that makes sense. Leave a comment, man. I just dropped 15 years of me studying wealth creation on you in basically 5-10 minutes. What I'm saying to you, it mathematically makes so much sense. There's not a flaw in it. If you have a high value on putting as much money as possible into appreciables, things that grow in value, you get wealthy. If you put a high priority on putting things in depreciables, things that go down in value, you stay poor. You become poor. Does that make sense? Yachts, boats, cars. Unless you're using these things to earn money, like say you go buy 10 cars and you start a taxi business, well, then you're earning money. Right? Anyways, back to it. Joey Bart, what's up, man? This is going to be a longer video, but I just wanted to drop that nugget on you today because I was walking the dog and I was just thinking about it. I'm like, what's the thing? What's the thing that just F's most people up? I'll see it in the society too. People will every so often cancel, and I'm like, it's only $12.99 a month. I'm literally handing you cards that make you so much more money than that. And they're like, well, I just don't have enough money. I'm getting on sports cards right now. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you walking away from something that is making you money if you're doing it. The reason, because you're not doing it. Or you have unrealistic expectations. You got the quick money mindset. You're not actually investing. You need to invest. You need to be able to park your money somewhere for longer than a freaking week. You need to be able to park it for months sometimes years, sometimes just let it sit there, because you know what? If you got it sitting in your bank account, it's going down in value. You got it sitting in a savings account, it's going down in value. You're spending it on shoes and cars and things that make you look cool and help you with status, which is fake. You're losing value. You're going to stay or become poor. Hope that makes sense. Sometimes you just got to say the truth, and that's the freaking truth. Sports cards, I make so much money from sports cards. It's amazing. What a life. What a life. I can buy like say Shohei Ohtani, right? Buying him in January. It was a no-brainer. I'm like, that's going to go up. I don't know how much it's going to go up, but it's going to go up, and I'm going to get a good return on my money. Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, when you buy them at the right time, you know they're going to go up. Why would people not do this? The only reason I can come up with is because they're confused about what they're doing. They have the wrong mindset. They have the wrong expectations. We got spoiled over the last year because you buy a car and it quadruple sometimes in a week, you know? Whoa, and then you forget that, hey, making 50%, 100% on my money in 3 months, 6 months, a year is amazing. And you just stay disciplined and you keep repeating the process, and you don't touch it. The money you make, you keep reinvesting it. You don't take it to go buy a car, to go buy these clothes, take some exotic trip. That money is there to make more money, not to be burned on things, on depreciables. All right, back to Joey Bart. Not buying. Not buying. Hit the like button if you dig what I said at all. And be sure to subscribe. Help me get to 5,000. Come on, man. And join the society, because I can't even explain how much money I just hand out in that thing, basically. Next on the list, Eloy Jimenez, 2019 tops, pop count 5353. 10 sales on the week, up 25.6%. And I make these videos because this is what I do. This is exactly how I go through. This is where I start. I say, all right, what's the market doing? What's it hot on? What's it looking at? What's most in demand? And then I start trying to find the undervalued stuff. Or I just know right times of the year, things that are just undervalued. Guess what? Football's still undervalued because it's May. It's not as undervalued as it was in January and February, or even March, when I was pumping football like crazy to the Sports Card Society, and basically every dang card was bought other than Deshaun Watson, which was only a couple. Because that's going to happen. That's also why you need to diversify. You can't go straight all in on one player. You got to spread it out, because things like that can happen. A sex scandal comes out, or someone gets in a car accident and breaks their leg. You never know. Eloy Jimenez. This card started the week at 38, ended the week at 50, so that's a pretty solid gain. Let's pull him back 90 days. That just seems cheap to me for Eloy. So who knows where his support is? Right, here he was, say, $65, $70 90 days ago. $68 here, and then he's been going down. 57, 50, 35. I'm gonna guess his support is somewhere around 40, $45. Did Eloy get hurt? I feel like Eloy got hurt. Yeah, is he hurt? Yeah. He got really hurt. Like, he's done. That's right. So I'm not buying Eloy right now, but that's going to keep going down. I'll keep an eye on it and buy him at dirt cheap. By the way, if you want to learn how to read these charts better, check out the Delta Factor. Link for it in the description. It's a course that I made on how to really read these charts, find undervalued cards, and really find appreciable assets. That's really what this is about. And reading these charts, there's an art to it. So check it out. That's link for that in the description. You get a bonus too. You get a free month of the society and a year access to the Discord. So check that out. Cody Bellinger 2017 tops update. Pop count of 2535, up 25% on the week with 9 sales on the week. Let's pull up Mr. Bellinger. This card started the week at 114, end of the week at 140. That's a nice chart we're looking at there. Let's pull this back 90 days. Only because it took a big dump from 169 to 114, and they just kind of come back up to the mean, which is about 140, the support, aka. But I don't know where his support necessarily is, and the reason being because, like, look, here's a low, right? 157. Here's another low, 157. Here's another low, 158. Here's another low, 147. Here's another low, 147. Here's another low, 114. Now it bounces back up. It's at 140 as the bounce back. So I don't know. I'm not buying that card either. Next on the list, Bichette, 2016 Bowman Chrome Draft Base. Yeah, buddy. Up, pop count of 1224, up 24%, 9 sales on the week. Let's take a look at Bo's stuff. Yeah, first prospect. There we go. Started the week at 2 Hondo, ended the week at 250. That seems strange. Let's pull this back 90 days. Been pretty flat overall. I mean, here's the lowest sale of 185. There's 2 Hondo, which is really recent. This card hasn't really, it's gone down just slightly over this time. But it's really just kind of rode sideways. So I wouldn't be buying that card either. I don't know if I've been buying any of these cards so far. Wander Franco. I might be a buy on this one. 2019 Bowman Base, his first prospect. Pop count of 5113, up almost 22% with 25 sales on the week. So over 1% of the cards transacted this week, which is just solid. $87 to start the week, $106 to end the week. This is a guy that I recommended to the Sports Card Society a while back. Let's pull up his charts. Here he is going for, 90 days ago, going for 90, dipped down to 58, and came here to around 80. He's just been riding pretty sideways. So it's interesting. Maybe I'm not a buy on this one. Not right now. I remember when I bought him, he was around I swear I got him for like $70. So I don't know where the hell that was in here, but I got him for around $70. I know it because I sold him for like 110. Which, looking back at it, because of the price point of this, like I bought it at like $70, $75 and sold it at like 110. Like you're like, oh, that's a nice profit. Well, yeah, but then after eBay fees and shipping and stuff, I really only made like $10, $15. What I should have done is I should have went to StarStock. If you're not familiar with StarStock, they only have rookie cards on here. Let's pull up Wander Franco. Right, and what you can do is you can just buy the rookie cards here, but you don't pay sales tax and you don't pay shipping. So like if you bought a StarStock A, which is a legit grade, you got to consider it that, because this is a raw card, an ungraded card that StarStock looked at and said, hey, we believe if you sent this into PSA, it would be a 9 or a 10. And actually, PSA, or the last batch I looked at, StarStock sent about 1,100 StarStock A's to PSA, and when they came back, 92% of them were 9s or 10s. So this is a legit grade in the industry. It's just not in a slab. So you buy this, that's a little high. I wouldn't want to pay that. Latest sale of 90. But looking back, this is probably where I should have bought it, because I would have made a better margin. When there's certain lower price point cards, it's probably better to just use StarStock, because you don't pay for the shipping, you're not paying sales tax, and you can relist the card for sale the moment after you buy it, instead of having to wait for it to get to you. Yeah, that's all I got to say. A link for StarStock is in the description. If you don't have an account, be sure to set it up and use code SportsCardConsultant for $10 free when you deposit $10 more. And it is case sensitive, so make sure you copy and paste that code. I'm not buying it right now. I thought I might be. The reason I said I might be, and if I was, it would be just to hold it long term, because he just, he's a really, really good prospect, basically. That's what it is. Fernando Tatis, 2019 Topps Chrome Update, number 54, pop count of 1317, pretty low pop count, really. 10 sales on the week, up 18.5%. Let's chart it. Let's see what we got going on here, boys and girls. Card pack, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button too. Help me get to 5,000. Good card. I have several of these. I sold some, but I've just kind of held on because I just really like Tatis as a prospect. 202 start the week, 240 to end the week. Let's pull this sucker back 90 days. Happy May to you, by the way. So, I mean, if you look at it like this, it's just been pretty flat, kind of riding around this $200, $220 mark. Here it was at 180 90 days ago, shot up. This might have been when he got his big contract, shot up to 300. It's been going up and down. You know, when he has really good games or good streaks, here it goes. If I was buying this, I'd be buying it just to hold. I wouldn't have any kind of window that I'm looking to sell it in. Next on the list, and I think it's the last one. Yep, Yordan Alvarez. He started the list and ended it. 2020 Topps Chrome, number 200. Pop count of only 807. 7 sales on the week, 18%. Interesting. So one of the biggest reasons pop count is so important to look at is because of scarcity, supply. And it is part of the equation of market cap, which I go into great detail on and really tell a lot about in the Delta Factor, how important market cap is. But just to give you a brief summary, market cap is basically this number, how many are in existence, times what an individual card is going for. And then and when you look at that market cap, if you know how to read it, you can really find some stellar investments to get the biggest gains on your money. Most of that's in the Delta Factor. You can go learn about it if you want. Let's see. This card started the week at 75, ended the week at 90. Let's pull it back 90 days. Yeah. He was pretty flat, and then he just went down, and he kind of bounced back a bit. $75. Let's look at Yordan. Let's take a look at him. Let's see what Yordan's got going on here. What's he been... Is he injured? Yeah. Oh, he's on the... Yeah. Did I miss it? Leave a comment. Is there something going on with Yordan that I'm not aware of? But anyways, because this dip, because his support should have been here around at least $100, $110, and here he is down here at 90, heck, even down to 75. So that isn't interesting. Maybe it is a time to buy him if he's not like hurt. Anyways, if you want to get my top sports card pick of the day, join the Sports Card Society. Right? Check it out. It's only $12.99 a month. It's like 40 cents a day. My goal is for you to make way more money than you pay for your monthly fee. And lots of sports cards that I've recommended have already done way better than the entire year subscription. Like it's kind of a no-brainer. Not to mention the Discord is just fantastic. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, all that stuff. Links for everything in the description. The Market Movers tool, if you don't have it, you gotta have it. You really, really do. Link in description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month of your first year. But that's the list here. Not a whole lot of buys. If I'm buying anything, I'm probably buying it on StarStock right now to save myself the shipping and the sales tax. Because the price points of a lot of this stuff, and I don't expect any of it to go up too much, but you can make some nice little gains here. Also, StarStock only takes 5% fee when you sell it, as opposed to eBay takes 10%. So it can make sense to do that on some cards. Most eyeballs are still definitely on eBay, but StarStock has plenty of eyeballs, and it's growing. So thanks for spending this time with me. I hope take what I said about investing to heart. Like really think about what I said. Like if I could get, I don't know much more value I could give you than that. Like if you can adopt that mindset and pay attention to what you're doing, things will change for you. You will have more and more money coming in, and frankly, you'll quickly get to a point where you're like, what do I do now? Where do I invest my money now? Because when you got like, I don't know, a few $100,000 to invest, it's hard to invest it all in sports cards. So you start thinking about other things, but as long as you keep the mindset of where can I put my money to make more money? Where's the most efficient way to put my money somewhere to make more money? And as you have more and more money to invest, your returns typically go down in terms of percentage. Like, baseball card, I might make a 100% return, but I spent like $500, now I got $1,000. It's hard to do that with $500,000 to turn it into $1 million. It's harder. So you got to have a little bit longer vision on that stuff. But anyways, all right, that's what I got for you today. Thanks for spending the time. Card Pack, you are fantastic. You are amazing. You are awesome. Stay classy. I will see you beautiful people tomorrow.